Why do women lose interest in their husband? Hi guys, my name is Asobi South and I'm here this morning to teach you the 4 signs that once you get them, you will know that your wife or your woman has completely lost interest in you. Remember, this loss of interest always occurs when issues are left unattended, right? Whenever issues are left unattended in the life of couples, it usually attracts loss of interest, especially in the side of the women. Pay great attention so that you will not make this mistake. Number one thing that once your wife starts giving it to you, number one attitude that when she start getting it from your wife, you will know that she have lost or she is beginning to lose interest in you. Number one, knacking becomes less of her priority. Yes, I know some men will be like, if she don't want to knack, now let her go. There are so many women. No. In marriage, knacking is the most important aspect of marriage because this is something that continually brings the both of you together. Yes, as a woman, this is the connection. You see, knacking is the highest connection you have with your wife, with your husband. That is the reason why anytime you have issue with your wife or with your husband and you guys want to settle it, no matter how much you guys talked about it, no matter how much time you spent in trying to analyze who is at fault or trying to, if the both of you have not come together to make out as husband and wife, that issue will never go away. Even when your wife have said, I've forgiven you, but you guys did not seal up that forgiveness with making out as husband and wife, you will still find out that she will still be wearing a long face. She will still be wearing a long face, and then she will still be very cold. Like when you ask her a question, hey honey, it's there now. Do you understand? But once you sealed whatever conversation, whatever argument that the both of you were having, you sealed it with making out as husband and wife, you will see a smiling face. And when she gets up from that place, the first thing she's asking you is, honey, are you ready to have your dinner? Are you ready to have breakfast? Are you ready to have lunch? This is the power of knacking in marriage. When your wife begins to lose interest in you, knacking becomes less of her priority, and it's very dangerous in every marriage. Remember, when knacking becomes less of her priority, it doesn't mean that she doesn't get the urge. She do get the urge, but the problem is that she no longer sees you as the right person she can carry out that exercise with. And mind you, this can literally lead a woman into cheating. Yes, remember, women has this kind of light brain. Whenever you are ghosting your woman as a man, whenever you have left an issue unattended for a long time, at that process, your woman is in pain. And any man that happens to come her way that moment, any man that helps her to heal from that pain might end up taking advantage of her. That is how women are. Women always want a comfort zone. And any man that happens to provide a comfort zone for them when they are in pain, when they are in stress, any man that we are able to ease that stress for them, we end up sleeping with them. This is women for you. So do not for any reason neglect these signs. Once you start getting these signs that anytime you want to make out with your wife, now she gives you one excuse or the other. It's either she's saying, hey honey, I'm tired. Hey honey, I'm not in the mood. This one. You notice that knacking has become less of your wife's priority. And before, your wife used to be the one to come to you. She used to be the one to seduce the tugi. She used to be the one to shake what mama has given to her in front of you. But all of a sudden, she stopped doing all that. When you are coming out of the bathroom naked, your wife used to be this kind of women that when you pass them, they must touch your something. All of a sudden, your wife does not do all those things again. Even when you make a move, she must give you one or two excuses. Even when she eventually does it with you, you will find out that the zeal, you will find out that she is just doing it for doing sake. My brother, it calls for serious attention. please go to your wife, sit her down quietly and try to find out what the problem is before it's too late. And whatever the problem might be, when you guys are done talking about it, when you are done settling whatever issue that might be making her knacking becomes less of her priority, kindly make sure that you sealed it with a very, very loving and sweet making out. This will help her to come back with full force and feel the same way she has felt for you before. Whatever she has felt for you that have left her will speedily returns back, right? Number two is abundance of conflict. Most times what you men refers as nagging is not usually nagging. Do you understand? You see that moment when your wife wants to express herself. You see when your woman is this type of person that usually express herself. When you do something, she continually want to let you know that this particular thing you did is hurting her. She doesn't like this or that. She complains, you don't give me time, you don't call me on the phone, you don't make out time for me and all that. This is not nagging. This is simply your wife or your woman telling you how much she feels for you, like how much she loves you. This is her opening up her emotional life for you, how much she truly cares about you. But some men sees this as their wife or their woman being a nag. This is not her nagging. This is exactly how she feels. She is communicating exactly how she feels about you. When a woman doesn't love you, they will never care if you call them on the phone. They will not care if you make out time for them. Have you wondered why your woman will be like when you're out with your friends at night and she waited for you, you're not forthcoming, and then she picks up her phone and she'll be like, honey, what are you still doing outside? Honey, now, blah, blah, blah. Some women may not go straight to tell you that they are missing your presence. She might be like, okay, what are you doing outside? Can't you see the time? Blah, blah, blah. She is simply missing you, but she don't want to spell it out. Pride is not allowing her to be like, honey, you know that without your presence, this and that way, she may not come out to tell you that your presence is being missed. She might just go straight and be like, hey, can't you see what the time is, my brother? She is missing you. If she don't love you, if she don't care about you, she will not pick up that phone. She will be like, anytime you like, you come home. She will focus on other things that makes her happy. But once you are that person that makes her happy, she will continually complain whenever you do something that she feels is going to cause her happiness or that does not go down well with her. And I want you to know today that as a man, this is not her nagging. This is exactly how she feels about you. This is because she loves you too much. But once your woman began to stay without even noticing whether you're home or not, once your woman began to stay days without even calling you on your phone, or even when you go out as usual to hang out with your friends, your woman will not even call you on the phone. She will be like, anytime boss or anytime it pleases him, let him return. And when you come home, usually when she opens the door, her face will be very, very, do you understand? You will come and be begging her, hey baby, I'm sorry for coming late and all that thing. And she will be screaming everywhere, hey, you left us here, you want blah 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 blah. But then you finally comes home, she opens the door for you and tell you welcome, your food is served. No nagging, no complaint, no nothing. To you will be like, my wife have changed you. I think growth has entered. She is not getting matured. My brother, there is no maturity in that thing. Women don't get matured when it gets to men they love. You see, when it has to do with a man that a woman truly loves, that we don't get matured. We behave like babies. When it gets to do with a man we love, we are never matured. You see, that complaint, that nagging that you know us with, it's always there for a man we truly love. Once a woman stop nagging, once she stop complaining of the things you're doing that does not suit her, my brother, she have lost interest in you. That woman don't lose interest in you. Maybe that place you are, your wife is busy on the phone with her ex, or with anybody that she have found, that she have given her interest to, anybody that she have found worthy more than you. So when your woman begin to avoid conflict with you. She don't want trouble. Anything you do, she say okay, oh. Or even sometimes she will not even notice you. You will be wondering, if I spill water here before now, this woman normally scream at me. If I spill water here before now, this woman normally nag. How come I'm even spilling a bucket of water today and she's not talking? My brother, that woman is beginning to lose interest or have lost interest in you. And you have to, yes, you have to do yourself good by calling her back. How do you call your woman back? First of all, it's not by buying a gift, because some men are fond of when you offend your woman, instead of you to talk it out, you will go and buy her a gift, buy her this one. Remember, it's not every woman that forgives with just buying of a gift. There are women that prefers the issue to be talked about. So even if you're going to get your woman a gift, try to listen to her, give her listening ear, try to pay attention, see her own perspective, see where she's coming from, see those things that you're doing that is no longer working out for her. Try to see how you're going to amend these things. And don't forget, every discussion, every settlement with your woman, remember that it's very, very wise and it's very, very okay that you seal them up with making out as couples. Number 3 is comparison. Yes, she begins to compare you. Like, anytime your woman begins to compare you, like, there is nothing you will do that will sit well with her. Everything you do, she compares. It simply means that that woman has lost interest in you or is beginning to lose interest in you. When your woman begins to compare you, especially with your fellow men, it will be like, this your friend gives his wife 20,000 for pocket money. Why are you giving me 5K? And this 5K is what you have been giving to her from the very day that you married her into your home. And it has been okay by her. It has been sitting well by her. Remember, when a woman truly loves a man, whatever that man can be able to afford sits well with them. And this is why you will see a woman getting married to a man that is still struggling, a man that is still hustling, a man that has not made it yet. You'll be wondering, after all these rich suitors came to ask for her hand in marriage, she ended up marrying a guy that is still struggling. This is simply because she loves this person. And when your woman loves you, she barely cares about how much you were able to take care of her. All she is thinking about is your growth. What will I do to support my husband? What will I do for this man to grow? She wants to manage whatever you can afford. She wants to manage the little. If you find out that that little you are even giving to her, when the need arises, she will still bring out that little. You'll be wondering, I actually gave you this money to make your hair with. She will be like, yes, honey. I went, instead of making 3,000 hair, I decided to make 1,500 own to be able to save 1,500 for raining days. This is what a woman does when he truly loves a man. When it's time to pay any bills in the house and the husband is not ready, do you understand? The husband does, because it's not every time that a man has money. It's not every time that man controls cash. There are sometimes in your man's life when he's not even proud of having even common school fees of the child. It doesn't mean that that man is not struggling or hustling. There are days like that. And it is your duty as a wife to also step in where he fails. Where his strength failed to carry him for the month or for at that moment, is your duty as a woman to step in. So a woman that truly loves you will continually and usually step in for you when your strength fails. But once your woman began to compare you, once she stops stepping in for you, rather she will complain. Wow, is it not only these 3 children that you're paying their school fees? Look at Papa Onyebuchi. She is paying for five kids and they are in the same school with your kids. You will be here complaining that you don't have school fees for only 2 children, only 1 child. When Papa Onyebuchi, that is their children, 5 of his kids are in the same school with our children, are paying for the 5 of them. Wow. She will begin to compare you. She will begin to compare you, excuse me. Or maybe the way you used to celebrate her birthday, since the day you married her. She have never complained for one day. In fact, even though you don't celebrate her at all, she have never complained. But All of a sudden she began to compare you with the way her ex used to celebrate her. If it were my ex and my birthday, yeah, he will buy all the heaven for me. My brother, that woman is beginning to lose interest on you, or has lost interest for you, and the right thing is for you to try to call her back. Sit her down, talk about it, and seal it up with a good making out, right? Number 4 is separate beds. Yes, remember, there is a difference between a separate room and a separate bed. As a woman, you can have your own room where you keep your personal belongings. As a man, you can have your own room where you keep your personal belongings. But you see, every night, your wife must sleep on the same bed with you. Yes, every night, as long as the both of you stays under the same roof, she's supposed to, like, it's a must that the both of you spends the night together on one bed. She comes to your room and sleep, or you go to her room and sleep. Yes. But when your wife begin to detect you, when she begin to lose interest in you, when she begin to prefer her own company, she want to be on her own. She don't want at all. She don't want to spend the night with you. She don't want this. She have lost interest in you, or she is beginning to lose interest in you. When a woman truly loves a man, they don't want to spend a moment without that man. When your wife truly wants to, like, she wants to, even if it's possible, she would prefer to lie down on top of you until daybreak. She wants to cuddle you. She wants to be in your arm every moment. And then all of a sudden, this woman prefers to lie down separately on a separate room on her own. And probably when you are lying down in your own room, you will see her, you will be hearing her laughing out loud. But on her own, she is chatting someone that has taken your place. Yes. She is busy chatting or on call with somebody that have taken your place in her life. It's very dangerous when you notice that your woman no longer wants to be close to you. She prefers to be alone. She is now, like, she have beginning to detect you, like you are irritating her in sort of. When you're coming close, she is shifting. Every night, instead of her usually, every night she have gone on her skimpy nightwear. Before you know it, she jumps on you. Both of you cuddles each other, both of you wrapped each other around, and then sleeps till the next morning. But no, whenever she takes her bed, she go to her bed and lie down. And when you ask her, she'll be like, I just want to be here, honey. It's fine. Let me just, do you understand? My brother, it calls for concern. Yes, it calls for concern because someone is gradually taking your place in her life. She is gradually losing interest or have even lost it totally. And you need to do a great job by calling your wife back. Trying every possible means to welcome back those love, those affection, those attention that have left her. It's very, very necessary. And do not forget, every time you have every discussion, every settlement, every argument, make sure you seal it up with making out. I don't just mean making out, but a sweet and unforgettable one. I love you, and I will definitely see you in my next one. Do not forget to share this video. I love what you guys have been doing for me here. Without you, I wouldn't have been here today. Thanks for all you do. Please continue supporting me, right? One love, my people. Cheers.